MBA Guide 2025. Realistic Options. This honest guide covers realistic MBA options in India versus abroad, focusing on affordable B schools, education loans, scholarships, and actual ROI for average students. If you're watching this video, chances are you're like most Indian students dreaming of an MBA but wondering how on earth you'll afford it without putting your family in debt. The Master of Business Administration, MBA, has become one of the most sought-after degrees worldwide. Whether you're a fresh graduate looking to sharpen your business skills or a working professional aiming for a leadership role, an MBA can completely transform your career path. The question, however, is not whether you should pursue an MBA, but where you should pursue it, India or abroad. Why MBA is a popular choice for students? The modern business world is evolving rapidly. From startups to multinational corporations, organizations seek leaders who can think critically, make strategic decisions, and handle complex challenges. MBA not only equips students with technical business knowledge but also enhances soft skills such as leadership, communication, and problem solving. But the big dilemma remains: should you stay in India for your MBA or pack your bags for an international journey? According to industry reports, the demand for MBA graduates continues to grow across the globe. In fact, recruiters often prefer MBA holders for managerial and leadership positions. India's booming startup ecosystem, coupled with rapid industrial growth, has created significant opportunities for MBA professionals. On the other hand, an MBA abroad opens doors to global companies, international markets, and higher salary packages. This universal demand explains why students in India spend years preparing for exams like CAT or GMAT, while thousands apply to B schools across the US, UK, Canada, and Europe. The MBA is no longer just a degree, it's a passport to career advancement, higher salaries, and greater networking opportunities. Key differences between MBA in India and MBA abroad. While both Indian and international MBAs aim to build strong business leaders, they differ significantly in various aspects. India. Most Indian MBAs are 2 years long, allowing more time for internships, summer projects, and detailed coursework. Abroad. Many international MBAs, especially in Europe, are 1-year programs, though in the US, the typical duration is still 2 years. Return on investment, ROI, India. Lower cost, quicker ROI, but relatively modest starting salaries compared to abroad. Abroad. High investment but potentially very high salaries and global opportunities. Networking opportunities. India. Strong local alumni network, especially for IIMs and ISB. Abroad. Global alumni network that spans multiple industries and continents. Cultural exposure and diversity. India. Limited international exposure, though some foreign students do join Indian B schools. Abroad. Extremely diverse classrooms with students from all over the world, enhancing cross-cultural learning. Placement and salary packages. India. Average salaries at top schools range between Rupee 20 to 30 lakhs per year. Abroad. Average salaries range from $90,000 to $150,000 per year, 75 lakh rupees minus 1 rupee and 20 paise crore. In short, India offers affordability and familiarity, while an MBA abroad offers diversity, higher salaries, and global recognition. Advantages of doing an MBA in India. If you plan to build your career in India or want a cost-effective MBA option, studying in India has clear benefits. Affordable education. Compared to abroad, Indian MBAs are far more affordable. Even the most expensive IIMs or ISB cost only 1/4 of what an MBA in the US might cost. Additionally, with education loans and scholarships, the financial burden is much lighter. Strong industry connections within India. Indian B schools have deep connections with companies in finance, consulting, IT, and FMCG sectors. Regular campus placements ensure students land jobs quickly after graduation. For those wanting to work in India, this is a huge advantage. Fast ROI due to lower costs because the education cost is lower and salaries are decent, 20 rupees minus 30 lakhs annually at IIMs, ISB. Students can recover their investment within a couple of years. In contrast, paying off a $100,000 student loan abroad may take much longer. Familiar cultural and business environment studying in India means you don't have to deal with cultural shock, visa issues, or homesickness. You also get trained in the Indian business ecosystem, which is particularly useful if you plan to stay and work here. Advantages of doing an MBA abroad. While an MBA in India has its perks, pursuing an MBA abroad comes with a whole different set of advantages that can be career-changing for many students. Let's break them down. Global recognition of degree in MBA from a top international school like Harvard, Stanford, INSEAD, or London Business School carries immense prestige. These names are recognized and respected worldwide, giving graduates an edge in the global job market. Employers not only value the degree itself but also the rigorous selection process and international exposure that comes with it. Diverse student community and cultural exposure. International MBA programs attract students from over 40 to 50 nationalities in a single classroom. Imagine collaborating on projects with peers from the US, China, Germany, Brazil, and Africa. It's like having the world under one roof. This diversity broadens your worldview, improves your adaptability, and equips you with cross-cultural communication skills, which are critical in today's globalized business environment. In comparison, Indian MBA programs, while rigorous, may lack this level of cultural exposure. Better global career opportunities. Graduating from a global B school gives you the chance to work with top recruiters like McKinsey, BCG, Goldman Sachs, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. Many schools also have strong recruitment ties with international companies offering six-figure salaries. Additionally, some countries like Canada, Australia, and Germany have student-friendly visa policies, making it easier for graduates to secure jobs and settle there long-term. For those with global ambitions, an international MBA provides a launchpad into high-paying jobs across continents. Opportunity to work in international markets. Studying abroad often comes with post-study work visas, allowing you to gain international work experience right after your degree. This is something Indian MBAs cannot usually provide unless you relocate on your own after graduation. Working in global markets enhances your professional portfolio and gives you a competitive edge, especially if you plan to return to India later. Employers in India highly value candidates with international exposure and global business acumen. Challenges of pursuing MBA in India. No system is perfect, and while Indian MBAs have several strengths, they also come with certain limitations. Intense competition for admission. The biggest hurdle in India is getting into a top B school in the first place. Exams like CAT are notoriously difficult, with acceptance rates in premier IIMs often below 1%. This means that thousands of highly qualified students fail to secure admission each year, even after months or years of preparation. For many aspirants, this competitive bottleneck makes pursuing an MBA abroad seem like a more achievable option, despite the higher costs. Limited global exposure. While some Indian schools like ISB and IIMs have exchange programs, the international exposure is still relatively limited compared to schools abroad. The student community in Indian B schools is mostly domestic, which means you don't get the same diversity of thought, culture, and perspectives as you would in an international setting. This can be a drawback if your career goals involve working in multinational companies or global markets. Even though salaries at IIMs and ISB are impressive by Indian standards, they still don't match the earning potential of graduates from top global schools. For example, while an IIM graduate might earn Rupee 25 to 30 lakhs per year, an MBA graduate from the US or Europe might start at 75 lakh rupees, 1.2 crore rupees per year. This gap can be a deciding factor for students who want maximum financial returns from their MBA. Challenges of pursuing MBA abroad. On the flip side, international MBAs also come with challenges that students must carefully consider before making a decision. High cost of education and living. The most obvious drawback is the huge financial investment. Tuition fees can exceed 1 crore rupees, and when you add living expenses, travel, and miscellaneous costs, the total burden can be overwhelming. While scholarships and loans are available, Many students graduate with significant debt, which takes years to repay. For middle-class families in India, this financial risk can be daunting. Visa and work permit issues. Getting a degree abroad is one thing. Staying there to work is another challenge altogether. Countries like the US have strict visa regulations, H-1B visa lottery system, making it uncertain whether you'll be able to continue working after your MBA. In contrast, countries like Canada and Australia offer more relaxed work visa policies, but the competition for jobs can still be fierce. Cultural adjustment and homesickness. Studying abroad often means living far from family and friends for 1 to 2 years, sometimes longer if you work there afterward. Adjusting to a new culture, lifestyle, food, and even weather can be tough for many students. Additionally, the pressure of academics, networking, and managing finances abroad can sometimes lead to stress, loneliness, and even burnout. Not every student is comfortable dealing with these challenges.